All right, cool. So holiday hustle week 2. We are going to do, like I said, mini bands and dumbbells tonight. And we're also going to go through one of our days, which of our holiday hustle countdown. So if you got the calendar that I sent you last Friday, hopefully you did and printed it off and you've been working on it already. If you have not, then today you get a freebie because we're going to do it in class. All right, so you can check off your holiday hustle countdown. Remember, there is a prize for anybody who gets the entire calendar done, okay? You can backtrack one day and fill it out, but you can't like stay at the end of the month and do everything all at one time. That's not going to count, okay? The idea is that it's a daily addition to your already active lives to keep you kind of in healthy mindset, movement. Again, I gave you like 3 rounds of almost everything so that you have the opportunity to do it in the morning, noon, afternoon, or if you need to do it all at one time, that's fine too, okay? So just a little helper along the way. We're gonna get moving, so go ahead and give me some high knees with elbows to knees, getting some rotation through the trunk. There we go, perfect. And we're gonna add on to this and just take it into a rotation with a Tin Man. I'm in a new space, so I might have to figure out where my walls are in relationship to my movement, so forgive me if I'm hitting the wall or the Christmas tree. Good, we're gonna go back to that knee twist again, okay? So knee twist side to side. Feels so good. And then we're gonna move into that Tin Man again. So again, arms as wide as possible, abdominals pulled in tight. And one more on each side. And done. From here, we're gonna take our arms and reach them up nice and high. Elbows are gonna pull down to our ribs, okay? As we do that, we are going to squat and reach and then pull down. So get the arms going first and then pull. So from that side view, your arms are really reaching at an angle right past your ears. And this is causing a nice extension in our spine, which we always need more of. And let's do 2 more. And then we're gonna add on. So now you're gonna squat, and I want you to wrap the arms around. Wait, squat and wrap the arms around. There we go. So it's a rotation, but I want your knees and hips pointing forward in that rotation. Knees and hips point forward. So you just imagine you have a ball in your hands, reach it up, and then wrap that ball to one side. There we go. Add 1 more to each side. And last one right here, and done. All right, tap the inside of your heel for me. Your arms are just moving across your midline. If you want to take them wider and do more of a reach, that's great. We're just opening up our hips. Good, keep going, 4 more. And then we'll take this exact same thing to the back. So reach behind. It's a great quad stretch. Quads are on fire right now, nice and sore from running some hills, which this amazing weather has allowed me to do. I love it. And let's go back to the front again. Heels in front. Good job. You got 1 more on each side. And take it to the back right here. Reach behind. So really squeeze your hamstring. That's your back of your upper leg. Heels pulling to the butt. And 1 more on each side. And done. All right, last thing we're going to do is bend side to side. So I want you to just bend over to one side. And then bend over to the other side. And feel your abdominals engage as you do this. So it takes tension out of the low back. And 1 more on each side. And then we will reach across our body and take a slow rotation and rotation out. If you can't see my feet, they are pivoting, okay? Rotating as I bring my arm across my body. And 1 more on each side. And we'll go back to that side bend again. So reach it up and over. Perfect. And moving on to the reach across, pivot, and pause there for a moment. Enjoy that stretch in the back of the shoulder, through your trunk. Perfect. And 1 more on each side. All right, so shake everything out. We're gonna go through our holiday hustle countdown as part of our warm-up. So the first thing you're gonna do is a wall sit. So I have my wall nice and handy right here. Isn't that awesome? So knees over the ankles, you're at 90 degrees, okay? If you don't have a wall, then you're just gonna do a squat hold, all right? That's gonna be a great option for you. So let me get my timer going here. And let's see here, 3, 2, 1, and begin. So nice 30 seconds, shoulders against the wall. If you want, this is a really great stretch for the upper body. I love to do this as well. Head is up against the wall. This is a great exercise for leveling out your hips too. Maybe you don't realize that, but I'm reading a lot of information about that right now just to work on hip posture. And this right here causes our hips to settle and allows them to kind of get back into a neutral position. So 3, 2, 1, we are going to repeat, or we're going to follow this set or that exercise with mountain climbers. And we're going to do these mountain climbers slow since we're still in warm-up phase. So there are 10 mountain climbers on each side. So draw a knee into the chest and back, and I'll be your counter. Here we go. Here's 10. I want you to go slow. We're going to gradually increase the intensity and bring the heart rate up. But right now, just warming up. Good. We've got 3 more on each side. And 1 more on each side. And to finish off this set, you're going to come to your feet, and you have 10 lunges on each leg. So we're just going to do these in a static position for the first round. So you're going to tuck your knee underneath. We lunge down and up. No weight, just body weight. And again, I'll be your counter. There's number 2 and 3. And we've got 2 more lunges on this leg. And then take a step and switch to the other side. So again, we tuck our knee under, chest is up. Great warm up for those hip flexors. And that's halfway through right there. Let's do 5 more. Get a nice depth of movement. And 2 to go. All right, we're gonna go back to the wall sit. So you've got another 30 seconds at the wall, yep. So like I said, if you were doing this on your own, maybe you've already done it today, and I'm sorry, but I'm banking on the fact that, you know, sometimes we're slow to start new things. So here we go, wall sit. So if you've already done it and you wanna do something else, that's perfectly fine with me. So each time that you do this, this set of exercises throughout the week, you're gonna gradually increase your time under tension. Obviously, if that's not for you and you just wanna keep with this basic 30 seconds and 10 and 10, perfectly fine. All right, 10 seconds to go. Feel, again, your hips pressed against the wall. You got 4, 3, 2, and done. All right, we're gonna take it back down to the ground. Regular mountain climbers this time, moving nice and quick. So hands underneath the shoulders. Regular mountain climbers look like this. It's more of a jog with the feet. Let's go. Here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Now we're going to step up to our feet, go into our regular alternating lunges. Okay, alternating lunges. So one leg back, then we switch to the other side. Here we go. I'll count for us. There's 1, and it's bilateral. Good job. We're on 4s. And here's 6. So again, that front knee tracks right over the middle of the foot. Doesn't need to go over the toes for any reason. 2 more on each side. You got it. Woo. And that'll do it right there. Guess what? 1 more round, okay, of our wall sit, mountain climbers, and lunges. So find yourself up against the wall one last time. 30 seconds on the clock. Time starts right now. Now I know you're starting to feel a little toasty. Muscles are starting to fire. Put pressure in the heels for me. Lift your toes ever so slightly. And again, if you want that stretch in the upper body, here it is. Woo. Sweating already. Telling Zoe we have our fireplace going all day, and we turned it off just so I could teach, but it's still lingering nice and hot down here. So I'll be dripping sweat. 3, 2, and time's up. All right. So moving into mountain climbers in a little bit more intense version, we're gonna do side climbers. We're gonna do slow, and then I'll give you the option halfway to go faster. So side climbers look like this. Okay, so lunge to one side, we step back, and we switch. Let's go together. Halfway through, if you want to intensify these, you can do that. Good job. Here's number 4 on each side. All right, so if you want to go faster, it looks like this. You're jumping from side to side. If that's not for you, stay with the first version. You have to count your own 5 though. And 1 more on each side if you're doing this version. And whenever you're done, come up to your feet, and lunges are next. Whew. We're gonna take these lunges a little bit quicker, alternating, still, 10 on each side. If you wanna stay slower, no problem, here we go though. So it's almost like there's a little hop in the middle, okay? Not have to get very high off the ground. That's halfway right there. And 2 more on each side. And that'll do it right there. And hopefully you're warmed up, ready to go. Get a quick drink of water. And here is what's going on first. We're gonna use our mini band for cardio. It's low intensity, low impact cardio, I should say, but high intensity, okay? We're gonna strap the mini band. You want a medium to heavy mini band. I wouldn't go your heaviest one. Around your lower legs. Now, if that doesn't feel comfortable, you can also put it around your quads. Okay, so I'm gonna do my red band, and that says that it is, that one's not labeled anymore. I guess it's run off. Okay, so we're gonna put it around the lower legs, kind of just right in that calf region, right there. If you don't feel enough tension, then you can put a heavier band on, that's fine. We're gonna start with a lateral movement. So we're gonna take side stepping, kind of mini squats, really. Let me see here. So it looks like this, side stepping squats. And then you're gonna take your inside leg and tap 3, 2, 1. So go to the end of your room, wherever that space is for you. And then you're gonna tap 3, 2, 1. So really firing up the hips, glutes, and quads, getting our heart rate up using those big muscle groups. And there are 45 seconds for this round. We're gonna do it 2 times through. So let me get this going here. 45 seconds on the clock. Find your space, 15-second recovery. And here we go. So side stepping, inside leg. Whenever you get to the end, 3, 2, 1, do it again. And again, if this is not heavy enough, grab a heavier band, or maybe just move your legs further apart. Always good to give our knees, hips, everything a break from jumping. Okay, sometimes we have more issues from that than benefits, but I love to have variety in my workouts, and I love to give it to you too. We're almost there. You've got 10 seconds left. Come on, last time. We got this. And 3, 2, and 1. That's your timer right there. You probably can't hear it, but 15-second recovery. If you want to move your hips a little bit side to side, this is a great time to change bands if you need to. And we're going to go again in 5 seconds. Now, this cardio circuit is 6 minutes long, just for reference, okay? So, you know, that helps you reframe everything. That's great. 3, 2, 1. So feeling those hips, love it. Abductors are hard at work. Stabilizers are hard at work. And you can always go a little bit faster with this if you want to, right? A little bit more fast feet. That's great. As long as you're not letting your band snap your legs together. You want the time under tension right here. Almost there, 5 seconds to go. Come on, you've got it. And time is up right there. Whew. All right, give your hips a little rub down. And we're gonna keep our band exactly where it's at, okay? We're gonna move into a V step. So you're gonna come forward, forward, back, back, and then you're gonna lead with the other leg. Here we go. So forward, forward, back, back, other side, forward, forward. Good. Your toes are turned out. Step wide, and then step narrow. If your hips are feeling too much out of this work, then take the band off. Good job. Now, can you go a little bit faster as we're at that halfway point? Come on, a little bit faster. Still landing in the heels. Woo! Are you alternating legs? I know, we gotta turn the brain on. Come on, 5 seconds left. We got this. And one more time, and time is up. Oh man. All right, move those hips around. Whew. Same thing, remember, we repeat everything twice. you sweating yet? Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Let's take that V. Here we go. Now, if you have space, I want you to walk forward 2 and backward 2, okay? Just for a little change up, walk with your right leg forward and your left leg back. And if you're doing that forward and back, switch lead legs. Now switch lead with your left and go back with your right. Always come back center. Come on, you've got 10 seconds left. That's it. Woo. Finish strong, finish strong. This is it. And time is up. Woo. All right, next up, we have got out, out, in. So kind of like the V step, but we stay in place. Out, out, in. It's just a lateral movement. Again, we do not want the band to snap our legs together. Let's go. So leading with one leg. Now you can take this slow, no impact, or just a tiny bit of impact and get those feet going faster. Get your arms pumping. We'll switch lead legs halfway, okay? Whew. Come on, brace the core. Engage all muscle groups. All right, we're gonna switch lead legs. So take a little tap, out, out, in with the other side. So use a little bigger push on that left side. Good job, good job. Keep yourself in the squat. So from that side view, right? It's really easy to kind of come up here, but I want you down, down. And that's it right there. Shake it out. Whew. I'm gonna wipe off the sweat. All right. Heading into one more round just like that. Again, we'll start with the right, halfway through, go to the left. And 3, 2, 1, here we go. So start slow if you want, then bring up the intensity with faster feet. Again, side view, butt back, chest up, pumping arms. Good job, good job. All right, we are getting ready to switch lead legs right here. So other leg, lead the way, stretch out your band. Come on, go for it. Nice job, nice job. 10 seconds, can we go faster? Final 10 seconds, you won't do this again for a long time. So burn it out. 3, and 2, and 1, and done. Oh, all right. Let's see, what do we have next? Okay, this one we're gonna lift our leg to the back. We're gonna really fire up our glutes. Again, you can take the band off at any time. Looks like this. Leg lift to the back, arms up and down. So leg lift to the back and arms reaching. Now, you wanna pause at the top, okay? Time has already started. Give a pause at the top. That really helps engage your glutes and stabilizes your standing knee. Good job, good job. Now, if you don't want to lift your leg, maybe your band's too tight, just tap. Even just a tap is going to be great. Good, good, good. Arms, if they're getting tired, bicep curls are great too. I know sometimes, even though we're not focusing on our arms, they get tired. And one more time, and done. Whew, anybody feel their butt? That was awesome. Let's do it one more time through. And then we've got our finale move, which is really gonna get those hips and glutes working. 3, 2, 1, here we go. So leg lift up and down. Again, pause at the top. Give me a little squeeze. Maybe a big squeeze. And again, it's incredible how we can get our heart rate up and get our muscles totally fired up, even without all the jumping around, even though there will be more of that later, but for now, we start low impact. Good work. You are 15 seconds left on this clock. If you think about lengthening, fingertips all the way to your heel. And that'll do it right there. Time is up. Okay, pay attention here. Next move. We're gonna start moving our right leg, standing on our left leg. So we're gonna kind of sit into a mini squat. We're gonna tap to the back first. So you're gonna do 4 taps to the back. Just think about a clock. 4 to the side. Join me now. And 4 to the front. 4, 3, 2. Let's keep going. We're gonna go back to the back again. So 4, 3, 2, 1 to the side. 4, 3, 2. Go to the front. 4, 3, 2. Go to the back. So if your band's not tight enough, then you go slower. 4, 3, whew. And you want to keep your shoulders right stacked over your hips. You can do this. 15 seconds left. That's it on this side. Then we'll hit the other side. Pump your arms like you're stuck in the mud. And one more time to the back. 4, 3, 2, and done. Whew. My goodness. Now we're only going to do that one time on each side, okay? So just one time on each side, just to keep our time frame in check so that we can move on to our next order of business. All right, sink into your squat. Heading to the back first. 4, 3, 2, to the side. 4, 3, just barely touching your toes down. Front. Want to really extend that leg to the front. Back again. 4, 3. Now you're starting to feel your obliques working. You're starting to feel your core working. All good stuff right here. Good. Chin is tucked in. Whoop, my band snapped up. Keep going. 15 seconds still. That means we can go around the clock probably one more time, don't you think? I know I'm going to try it. Now on last time for the right here, 4 reps. And time is up. Oh, man. All right, you can take your mini band off because we are going to move on into our next phase of work, which is a core Tabata, okay? So I know Tabata normally is like, go to the highest intensity, recover 10 seconds. So I don't want you to necessarily think about it in that form because it won't be high intensity. But what it is, it's just a time frame that we're using, that Tabata time frame. It's a 20-second plank. It's a 10-second child's pose or downward facing dog. Your plank is gonna gradually get harder as we go, okay? So I want you to squeeze the abdominals as hard as you can, get into the hardest isometric hold you can possibly get into before you have to recover. So regular plank position, okay? There's 4 minutes of this work. Let's get ready, set, and go. You can be on your hands or you can be on your elbows, knees, or toes. So what I say, squeeze as hard as you can. Contract the abdominals. Big exhales into the abdominals. You've got 3 seconds left. And 2, 1, either child's pose here or downward facing dog here, your choice. Whichever one feels best. Now we're gonna stay in the Tabata again, or I'm sorry, plank again, but I want you to walk your elbows forward. So your elbows are in front of your shoulders. Your hips are tucked slightly, and you're holding as long as you can. Good. You should feel a little awkward in this position, like you're about to face dive into your carpet or your floor. That's okay. And child's pose or downward facing dog. On the next one, we're gonna push our body back. So we were in a forward plank, this time we're gonna be in kind of a pull back, all right? So what that looks like, if arms are forward, I want your arms in, and now I want your chest forward. So it's a little different, right? Our elbows are pulled back. So I like to feel this a little bit more in the upper abdominals. Good. Different shoulder contraction going on. And sit back and stretch. All right, next up, this one's a little tricky. You're gonna lift one leg off of the ground. Ready? Your plank position, one leg, squeezing your glutes. If you're on your knees, looks like this. Holding, holding, holding. You wanna keep those hips level. If you had a bucket of water on your hips, you don't want it tilting to one side. You want it level. Come on, stay on the same leg. We'll do the other leg next. And done. Woo. Those 20-second sets, hopefully you're starting to feel. And other side, get ready. Get set. Lift your leg and hold. Good, again, check in with the hips. So you rotate it to the side. Square it all up. Headlights point down. 3, 2, 1. And reset. All right, next up, we're gonna take an arm reach forward. One arm only, you're gonna reach it forward. Okay, so option one, fingers on the ground. Option two, the whole arm is off the ground. Now, really our hips wanna move it to the side. Okay, I really want you to drop that hip of the extended arm. Hold it, 5 seconds to go. 3, 2, done. Sit back. Same thing on the other side. That's a tough one because you're fighting rotation. And let's get up again. Okay, again, reach forward, just fingers only, or fingers off the ground. You gotta kind of fight. You have to find that balancing position. Grip the ground with your fingers. Okay, your supporting fingers. 3, 2, 1, and done. Whew, okay, next up, check this out. I'm gonna show you on your knees first, okay? Arm is gonna be out to the side, and then you're gonna rotate up to one side and go right back into the side, okay? So holding here, rotate to the side, and now if you want to, get on your toes. Hold the side, rotate up, rotate, hold. Do it again, rotate up, woo, and right down, hold, and guess what? You've got one more on the other side. One more on the other side, start it on your knees. And here we go, on the knees, and we rotate. If you wanna go toes right away, do it. Only 5 seconds to go. And time is up. You made it. So sit back. Again, your choice. Downward facing dog or child's pose. And that is our core Tabata. And hopefully we have time for that later on at the end of the workout as well. So we're going to move into our strength set next. I know that was already strength training, but we're going to get out our weights. We're going to work through 2 different exercises, and then we're going to put them together in a combination. Okay? So that's really what's happening next. Our time frame is 30 seconds, and then our combination is 60 seconds. So that's what you have to look forward to. All right, first up, you want to use a heavier weight, okay? We're going to use some kettlebell swings. So, hinging at the hips, I got my 15 right here. Hinging at your hips, you're going to swing the weight through, thrust your hips forward, okay? And it's just a nice fluid motion. If you need to, modify. Hinge at your hips and stand tall. Just take it into a deadlift instead. So again, 30 seconds on the clock. Get ready, get set, and here we go. So we're bringing the intensity up. That's good. You want to get up and do that high training zone between on a scale from 1 to 10, about a 7. Right here. And this move is key that you engage your abdominals, support your back. Too often we have back injuries from kettlebell swings. It's not worth it. So just like when you're in the plank, squeeze those abdominals. 3, 2, 1, and done. All right. Now you are welcome to use those same weights while we go through the next move, or you can lower down a little bit if you want to. I'm going to show you with a little bit lighter weight. So you need 2 dumbbells for this next one. Okay. So it's a bent knee. You're going to squat down just ever so slightly. Squat down. You're going to curl up and hold. So kind of rack the weights. Okay, so it's a slight bend in the knees, curl up and hold. All right, that's all it is. Like I said, we will go heavier in the next round. Ready? And hold. Good. And hold. So chin is tucked in. Perfect. You can almost think of this as a slight hinge, okay, with a little bit bigger knee bend than a kettlebell swing. Just for now. And we are going to put all of this together here in a few moments. And done. All right. So set those weights down. Now, if you want to go heavy on this next one, you're sure welcome to. I'm going to show you the heavy option. 2 weights, right? My heavy weights. I'm going to swing between, and then I'm going to hold here in the squat. I'm going to swing between, hold, and squat. Okay? So it's a kettlebell swing, and then squat to rack. Okay? It's 1 minute. It's a long set. So if you go heavy and you need to drop halfway, no big deal. Get ready. Get set and begin right here. So swing once and hold. Now, if this tugs on your low back using heavy weights, not a good idea. Okay, so decrease. Perfect. Now, we're going to change this up halfway through. I'm going to add a little intensity. You've got 2 swings and 1 rack. And hold. Do it again. 2 swings and rack and hold. Woo! That rack and hold with heavy weights. Okay, you are feeling, okay, your rear delts working like crazy to keep those weights in place. Ah. And keep going. You've got 10 seconds left. Last time through. And done. Woo. Set the weights down. Take a quick recovery. I want you to round out through your back, tuck your chin. Good, I want you to roll all the way down and then roll all the way back up. And big extension at the top. Look at your hands and release. We'll come back to that in a little bit, but first, we're gonna move on to a hip bridge with weights, okay? So, I want you to grab some weights. I'm gonna use my lighter set to begin with. All right, I'm gonna just put my elbows to the ground holding these weights. Why? Just to give me a little bit of instability and to get me ready for the next move. I wanna be able to do the next move, the combination, without having to hold on to the ground, because it's not gonna happen. So we're gonna lift our legs, or lift our hips and kick one leg out. Slowly bring it down, lift and kick the other leg out. Slowly bring them back down, okay? So 30 seconds on the clock. Get ready and go right here. So we squeeze, we push. So it's not just a flick of your leg, it's a drive through the heel as we come up. Perfect. Again, leveling out your hips. Again, a lot of times we kind of lean to one side, level them out. It's not about how high you can lift your leg. In fact, you want to just keep it in line with your knee. And time is up and release. Good job. All right, we're going to add the upper body into this as well. You've got tricep, overhead extensions, or I'm sorry, tricep. They're kind of like headbangers. So you can bring your weights together, and you're just going to take your weights right behind your forehead and then push all the way up, okay? Advanced version, weights apart, a little bit more challenging. So 3, 2, 1, and begin right here. So elbows are stacked right over the shoulders. So really isolating through our triceps. Like I said, we will put this together, and balance will have to be mastered at that point. Great job, great job. 5 seconds to go. And one more, and then done. All right, so check this out. Here's what it looks like all together. You're gonna start with your weights. Start with your weights back, okay? As you lift your hips, you lift your arms and your leg at the same time. Slowly come back down, and we lift and slowly come back down. I'm gonna keep these 10 counts. I don't know if I can do it with 15. So 1 minute, okay? Practice that a couple times. Get ready, get set. We start with our hands back, and we lift our arms and our leg, and come back down, and lift. And remember, you're driving with your heel. Good job, good job. Come on, get your booty as high as you can. Now this is gonna feel like a long time under tension here, and it is for these small upper body muscle groups. So if you need to take out the arms at any time, just do the legs. Perfect. Just keep moving. All right, guys. Final countdown, 15 seconds. You can do it. And let's do 2 more reps on each side. Come on, just count that down in your head. And last one, done. Woo! Ow, triceps on fire. Let's take an arm up, little pull back for those triceps. And switch to the other side. And then we are moving on. So we're gonna come to our feet for this next one. First exercise requires no weight and not even a demonstration because you know how to do a jumping jack, right? So jumping jacks or taps to the side if you want to modify that. 30 seconds. That's your first exercise. Coming up after that, we'll do some snatches, double arm snatches, okay? So here we go. Jack it out. Land soft in your heels, point your knees out. Good job. Feels good to shake out those arms after all those head bangers. I think they're actually called skull crushers. I really want to be correct about that. All right, you've got 8 seconds to go. Come on, a little bit faster. 3, 2, 1, and done. Okay, so here's what's happening next. Grab your light weights to begin with, or no weights if you just want to practice with me, okay? I'm gonna grab my light weights. I really need you to keep control of your abdominals, supporting your back. Keep in mind that it's a hinge to go into the snatch. So our knees are bent a little bit. We're hinging at our hips. And we're gonna zip up, like just like a zipper, right? We're gonna pull our weights up like a zipper, straight up, over, and then we push back down and go back into that hinge. It's not an up and then a press. What I want you to do, one fluid motion up, okay? It's gonna keep a lot of the work out of the traps and put it in the shoulders and the back. The traps is where we always get really tight necks. We don't want that. So hinge, power. Slow back down, hinge, and power. Option, one arm at a time. All right, 30 seconds, here we go. And hinge, perfect, hinge. You're also gonna feel your back stabilizing with your weights overhead, right? If our weights go back, it's not so good, but great of an idea. So biceps next to ears, and pause at the top. Good job, good job. And time is up and done. All right, let me demonstrate that combination for you. Okay, your weights are gonna be on the ground, so you will need to get down and get them. What I don't wanna see is a rounded back to get the weight. So it's 2 jumping jacks, narrow feet, grab. Okay, we come up from this hinge, we fire up, we fire back down, drop the weights, 2 jumping jacks, and then do it again, okay? If you get to the point where you can't bend down safely with your weights, just drop them if you're in a safe place to do that, okay? All right, 1 minute. 2 jumping jacks, 1 snatch. Get ready, get set, go. Jack for 2, bend down, fire it up, set them back down. 2, and grab, go. Good job keeping form in check. If you need to go slower to keep your form good, and here's an option with 1 arm if you need that. Looks like this. Okay, halfway through right now. Come on, fire it up. Snappy hips. Almost there, flat backs all the time. And we've got 8 seconds to go. We can do this. And last time through these jacks. And done. We did it. Whew. That was a tough one. Give yourself a break. Get a quick drink of water. All right, final round through this strength training set, okay? We're gonna be in a bear position or a bear hold. Sometimes it's called a quadruped, okay? But knees are underneath the hips, hands are underneath the shoulders, okay? You also, if you want to, keep your wrist a little bit more straight up and down, you can put your hands on weights. We're just gonna hold here, hovering above the ground with our backs flat, our tailbone slightly elevated for 30 seconds. Then We're gonna be on the ground and do single arm rows with our knees grounded. And then you can imagine what's gonna happen with a combination, right? All right, here we go. So 30 seconds at a time. Get ready. And we're just holding, right? So you should feel a little pressure in the quads. Again, nice leveling of the hips going on here. Again, we want to pull our abdominals tight, just like we did in that Tabata earlier. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze without rounding. It's actually better to lift the tailbone than tuck it here, okay? Almost there, almost there. 3 seconds to go. And 2, and 1. All right, pause and get ready. Single arm rows are next. So tabletop position, okay? Again, flat back and pulling up and back instead of up here with your shoulder into your ear. 30 seconds on the clock. Here we go. I want you to go slow with this because when we do this from that holding position, that bear pose, guess what? You're not going to be able to go fast. So control up and down. And there's never a rotation in this movement. We're not causing our spine to rotate here. We're working on anti-rotation. Great job. One more rep and done. All right, so in that hovering position, you need lighter weights, or maybe you want to do it with no weights and you want to just be here and you want to pull and set down, pull. Great. The key to think about with this move, when one arm is coming off the ground, your knees are going to want to shift and your hips are going to want to shift. So if you can't keep your knees and hips pointing down in a kind of a locked in position, then you need to either lower the weight or do it from the ground, just like we just did, okay? So keep that in mind. Here we go, 1 minute on the clock. And knees hip distance apart at least. And we pull slow, we set it down slow. I always find this move is harder on one side than the other. Okay, so find the hard side, fight through it. Take breaks when you need to, but do not quit. Good job, good job. So you are halfway. If you need to take a break, go to your knees just like this. You just keep doing the arms. You give that body a little break, and you get right back into it again. Come on, give me a squeeze in the upper back, right between the shoulder blades. You can do this. Final 10 seconds. What do you got? It's great core training, isn't it? Come on, one more time, and done. You did it. Oh my goodness. Take a couple neck rolls in case you put some tension in that neck. Roll the neck around. Woo. And take your arms, reach them back, lift. And now take your hands to your inner thighs and just scoop and separate your shoulder blades. All right, we have a repeat session of our low impact cardio with the bands and also our core Tabata. So put your band back on. Remember, it's a slow burn, okay? You got 6 minutes of work, and then you got a 4-minute Tabata, and then we're out of here. That's all you have left. So 45 seconds on the clock for each of those moves. Let me get my timer set here. Okay, band goes on the lower parts of the legs, and we start with our side shuffle or our side stepping squat, depending what you prefer, with the taps to the inside. Ready? Let's go. Remember, we tap to the inside. 3, 2, 1. I'm going really low impact to begin with. And 3, 2, 1. Good. Keep it coming. Now, if you want those shuffles, come on, put them in. Good job, good job. One other thing to think about here, last time we did this 2 times through. Okay, this time we only have time for 1 time of each exercise. Hallelujah, that feels good. Come on, 10 seconds. You got this. And that is all right there. Time is up. 15-second recovery. Stand up. Move around. V-step is next. Remember? Out, out, in, switch legs. We'll travel at the halfway point. Ready? Set. Here we go. Right leg out, out, in. Come on, toes out. Stretch out your band. Oh, sorry. Switch legs each time, even though I'm not. There we go. Good job. Every time you step forward, new leg. All right. Next time around, if you want to, you can travel forward right here, however much space you have. Then travel back, switch legs. Next time around. Woo! That makes a difference, doesn't it? You've got 10 seconds to go. Now again, is your booty back? Because it needs to be. It needs to be low. Good job, that is it. Oh, feel all that work from the previous set. All right, out, out, in, like kind of like that football shuffle that we do, kind of like a little cha-cha. 3, 2, 1, right leg lead, out, out, in. Remember, knees point out. Good job, switch to the other leg. And this is your slow and low version. And I'm gonna give you the fast version right now. Let's go. Come on, fast feet, fast feet. Again, butt low. Switch lead legs right here. Out, out, in. Good job, you want a challenge? Travel to me, out, out, in. Travel to me. Now, with your other leg, lead back. Do it again, forward. Out, out, in. Take it back. And one more time. Come on, finish it up. Done. Whew. All right, what's next? What do we got? We've got our leg lift to the back, right? Remember this one? Alternating glute squeezes to the back. And begin. And your band wants to snap everything close. You got to keep your legs at least hip distance apart. Whew. Arms reach as long as possible. Full extension through the back. Still strong through the core though. You are at that halfway point right here. If you want a little more, we're gonna pulse at the top. Pulse 3, 2, 1, switch sides. Pulse 3, 2, 1, and switch. Come on, you've got this. No need to quit now. Come on, one more set on each side. 3, 2, 1, last time. That was our timer, but we gotta be even. Done. All right, we got clocks on one side. We are gonna do clocks on the other side just so we're even. And then we're out of here into core. Okay, remember the clock? You stay in place. We go to the back first with those taps, and I want you to go a little faster. 4, 3, 2, to the side right here. 4, 3, go to the front, stay low. Pump your arms to the back. 4, and side. Remember, you gotta work your core here. Stabilize, and front. 4, and do it again. And keep going. Whew. To the front. You're almost there. You got 10 seconds left. My band keeps sneaking up on me. And front, if you're wherever you're at. You probably are ahead of me now because I had to readjust. And time is up. Oh man. Move your hips side to side. Move around in a circle. Get ready. One more time through. If you're holding tension in your neck, let it all go down to your legs. Ready, set, step in place, and go. To the side. Come on, you stretch those legs a little farther apart each time. Nice work. Do you notice that you're leaning to one side? Are you tending to do this to make it easier? Shoulders over hips. Readjust. You're going to feel the tension go back in your quad as soon as you readjust. Final countdown. That means 15 seconds. That means one more time around this clock. Come on. This is the last one for me. I gotta finish in the back though because we have 5 seconds left. I must have gone too quick. And time is up right there. Whew. Done. Okay, take your band off. We're going back to our plank Tabata. That's 20 seconds in each position, 4 minutes on the clock, and then we're stretching and we're out of here. That's it. What about you? I think it went fast tonight. Hope so. Regular plank position. Here we go. Remember, pull everything up and in. Squeeze your body tight. Remember, every exhale tightens the abdominals. In 3, 2, 1, and stretch back or child's pose. All right, next up, we bring our elbows forward. So elbows forward, chest is back. Maybe you want to go flat hand, it's harder. Okay, stretch your body out as long as you can. Knees is always an option to keep yourself in a safe position. Come on, 3, 2, 1, done. All right, next up, we bring our elbows closer to our body and our chest goes forward. Here we go, begin. Elbows in close. I want you to lean forward over your elbows. I like to just bring the tips of my fingers together here. Just barely on the tips of my big toes. Come on, breathe right through it. 3, and 2, and 1, and done. All right, we're going into the leg lift next. So single leg lift for each side. You can be on your hands, you can be on your elbows. So get into that position now and float the leg. Remember, the same leg, the whole 20 seconds, and the hips are not rocking out or excessively in. We've got this, guys. 3, 2, 1, and stretch it back. All right, it's time to think about that other side. Here we go. Bring it forward and lift off. Again, can you squeeze your glutes in your extended leg, and can you squeeze your quads and inner thigh of your supporting leg? Sometimes the supporting part of our body works just as hard as the extended part of our body. And time. All right, we have arm reaches forward for each arm, and we've got the side reach with the rotation. So arm reach forward, right here, okay? Arm reach, just like this. Again, we don't want our hips opening up. Close them up. You can be on your elbow as well, if that's better. 3, 2, 1. Man, that is hard. All right, if you feel any pain in your back, do it on your knees. Here we go. I'm gonna start up, I might have to go down. That's okay. Remember, you can tap your fingers just out in front too. Nobody quits. Modifying is a great option to quitting. Come on, 5 seconds. Woo! 3, and done. All right, remember that next one? It's that lateral lift into the rotation, back to the lateral lift. I'm gonna do it on the elbows, okay? So we hold, we rotate, and we go right back down to that side hold, and we do it again. I kind of like this one. It's a new move I found. Had to try it out with you guys. And time is up. We got to do the other side. We're not done. So rest, recover. Let's hit that other side right here. Arm out and rotate. Stack the shoulders and hips. Now you know you can do 10 seconds more, right? You just tell yourself you're going to finish. And time is up right there. All right, let's stretch this out. So here's what's happening. We're going to be in a child's pose. We're going to drop our elbows to the ground. If that's uncomfortable, you want to do this from a chair or a couch or something like that, put your elbows up on the couch. Oh, that feels so good. Now bring your hands behind your head. and release. We're gonna just take our body, roll ourselves up into a cat-cow. Move your head side to side. And arch. And lift the back, lift the tailbone and chest. Great work. We're gonna sit back in that child's pose again. Take your right arm, thread it underneath your left arm, lay there with your shoulder on the ground. And then if you want to, wrap your arm around. And I want you to just let your body get nice and heavy as it sinks into that supporting shoulder. And switch to the other side. Reach the left arm through. And the right arm hooks around on the hip. And then melt down, melt into the floor. Great job. Come up onto your knees, and we're gonna take both arms, extend them up, squeeze your glutes. Eyes are gonna lift up and look at your hands. We're gonna stay here for about 10 seconds. So just lengthen, lengthen, lengthen as long as you can. If that bothers your neck, then just look at your chin. I really would like you to have it up a little bit. Not look at your chin, look at your chest. And release. Wrap your arms around. Okay, one in back, one in the front. Turn your head. So if your left hand is across, I want you to turn and look to the right. And then switch. Right arm across. Turn and look left. Okay, we're going to do this again. Okay, right arm across. I'm sorry, left arm across. But this time, I want you to take your head and take your ear to the shoulder. And then just switch to the other side. And, and both arms come behind you. Take your chin down and take it up. Good work. All right, let's take our arms out to the side. Thumbs are up. And then thumbs are down, palms push backwards. And one more time, palms up. And palms back. All right, moving on. We're gonna sit down on our back side, go into a figure four. So one leg, right leg is crossed over left. So first thing we're gonna do is just sit up, take our hands behind us, lift our chest up nice and tall. And we're gonna talk nutrition. Our nutrition goal for this week, and really I like these to be kind of compounded goals that we kind of continue on the rest of the month. Tip forward for me a little bit, keep your chest up. So one thing that I'm working on personally, and I just know that it's a thing that helps us be successful through the holidays or through any season where we're just trying to, you know, not overindulge, right? Is I really try during these seasons is to try to limit my sugar. I know that seems crazy. You're like, how do you limit your sugar in the holidays? But you know, it's always around you, right? And but you can think of those times or those days that you are looking forward to going and indulging a little more than normal. For example, if you have, we have parties next week or parties the week after, lean forward. So kind of holding off on the high sugar intake or the daily sugar intake until you get to those points where you really want to socialize and enjoy, the treats and the good food and things like that. So I kind of try to hold back, restrict a little bit more during the season, and then allow myself to just do what I want on those nights or those days, and then not feel too bad about it and just get right back into it again. So oftentimes we just kind of during December have just the slow drip of sugar into our system, right? And I really do find that can cause more of a negative impact on our bodies than a one-time indulgence and then back on track for the rest of the time. So I don't know if that helps you guys at all, to kind of reframe how you look at the holidays and just the eating and the fun festivities, but that's something that works for me, and I'd like to challenge you with it as well. And then the other thing too is if you don't have that slow drip of sugar every day, your body's not as used to it, so you don't really need as much of it. You really can't tolerate as much of it when you get to the point when you do want to eat it, and so you kind of tend to go a little easier. So just something to think about. I'd love to hear what you guys are. We're going to go into a butterfly legs out on the ground. Take your hands, place them down on the ground. You can see me kind of goalpost arms, and just hang out here for a moment. I'd love to hear what your goals are, what you've been working on the past few days, your daily goal. But this is kind of just a compound effort to stay healthy during the holidays. All right, we're gonna take both legs up, give them a little hamstring stretch, point and flex your toes, and then rotate the ankles around. Make sure those guys aren't locked up, and go in the opposite direction. And I realize we're over on time, and I apologize about that, so roll yourself up. And we are done for tonight. So if anybody has some fun goals that they've been working on, or even just goals that they've been successful at, I'd love to hear that, hear what you've been doing. So